the road that will need some tweaking.
Yeah, and you could say that seemed to be the limiting factor, Kevin, in how far they eventually went. Strange, given how several years ago they were an offensive juggernaut.
Smart dishes to Thomas. That's tipped. And Shumpert kicks to LeBron, and he goes in for the dunk.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Yeah, you know, for the Celtics in their defense, a lot of it had to do with rim protection and challenging shots. They were actually last in the league in blocks. Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
The Cavaliers leading by 21. Dellavedova, the pass to LeBron. Lets the three fly. LeBron with another miss. Here's Thomas. Great D that time from LeBron.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Well, Cleveland shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Smart and Bradley, the guards. Jay Crowder out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Sullinger in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston Five. The Celtics on offense. Smart kicks to Johnson. It's Bradley on the wing. Sullinger, a screen on Irving. Here's Bradley. Feeds to Sullinger.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
No good on that one. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
Now here's Smart, covered by Irving, and Thompson sends it back. Now Cleveland moving it up. Shoots from the elbow. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And it's 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof? Only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Cavaliers.
And they've made the long range look like a layup. At times in this one, guys.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. And that's now 9 points for Marcus Smart.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more Duncan than Diao in the way he treats his body.
Outside Irving. Rebounded by the Celtics. Johnson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Bradley. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Stolen by Smart. And here's the fast break. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. LeBron's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova.
LeBron James. Celtics call timeout.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really like, but his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
Johnson with a screen on Smith, and it's Bradley off the drive, and Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession.
Cavaliers ball.
The Cavaliers leading by 18. Irving drives in. Love kicks to Irving. Kicks it out to Love. It's tipped. And the pass to James. Low block shot. That's in there. Love with the assist. And that's now 21 points for LeBron.
And for Smart, though, he still has a lot of work to do on his ball handling and passing. His shooting, I think, exceeded some people's expectations. 37% from the field last year was subpar, but his 34% accuracy from three was solid. He finally started going straight up on his jumper instead of leaning in, and his release looked money.
Here's the three, and the shot's good from Crowder.
Only took him a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
Love in the post. Sellinger's there. Pass to Smart. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
It's Sellinger with the drive. Shoots a three, and the rejection by Love. And they'll keep possession. Shot clock at 6. Nice ball movement by Boston. And there's the call on James. Boston making some changes. Turner comes in for Crowder, and it's Isaiah Thomas in for Smart.
Evan Turner. Isaiah Thomas.
Right side, Thomas. Johnson inside. He's guarded by Love. Thompson dishes to Irving. Fires for three. Offensive rebound. Love kicks to Smith. Back to Love. It's stolen by Sellinger. And pushing it up, here's Boston.
Cavaliers foul call. Kyrie Irving.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
1:37 left in the game. Smith kicks to Irving. This one for three. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Cleveland.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for LeBron James. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
LeBron James, by many surveys, And no surprise here, GA, the most popular athlete in America.
I mean, the highest paid player in the league. And you know what? He deserves it. This guy has really carried the mantra as the face of our game, as well as anybody. And I tell you what, people now are starting to acknowledge the guy also delivers when it matters.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly.
Double team on Thomas. Dishes it to Urepko. There's a screen. And Turner kicks to Urepko. That is good.
And you know, for LeBron, he's blazed a trail as far as his business empire is concerned. He gave his childhood friends a chance to manage his affairs. Many thought it was a huge mistake, but he's doing quite well with the guys that he chose.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Smart passes to Urepko. Here's Olynyk. That's in there. Thomas with the assist.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
Here's Turner. Olynyk dishes to Smart, and he gets the bucket.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
17 seconds left in the fourth. And Shumpert kicks to Dellavedova. He dishes it to Jones. And here's Fry from the arc. No good. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you are in the midst of yet another great season, posting tremendous individual numbers and the team with an outstanding record. Is this the type of season that you set out to achieve right from the get-go?
I just wanted to play well. You know, this whole season, you know, I got back to what I know I'm capable of doing, not having fun with this game, and, you know, just believing in myself and my teammates. So I'm happy to be in a good place.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Doris, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
Something lit a fire under him tonight. He was getting after it. Every chance he got, he went to the bucket, and I mean hard. You gotta love to see a player with that kind of killer instinct. I wonder how many dunks he wound up with tonight. I lost track after like 20.
We all know, anytime you got LeBron James on the floor, he's going to bring that will to win. He has so many tools in his arsenal he can throw at you, not to mention his defense. Literally, any night he can take over a game. Tonight we saw King James exert his will in the game.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from. Did all my laps in the gym, the sweat ran off my skin. They thought I ran out of breath, but I was just catching my wind. That only happens to them. I gotta capture my win. I practice 31 days a month and I practice again. Was born